Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to take a really quick look here at Mana just as an update because I get a lot of questions about where it's going right now and what's going to happen. So let's take a look at that, okay? So taking a look here at Mana, first things first, obviously we saw the massive spike yesterday, kind of peaked out right around 493, 495, and it's retraced ever since to about 272, right in that point there. So why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Fibonacci, see what's going on here and see if we can understand more support and resistance zones. Obvious support level here, right at $2.56. Let's go ahead and mark that guy, 256. We've also got a pretty obvious resistance right around 0.5, which is a very standard. If you're familiar with Fibonacci, 0.5 basically it's the halfway point. That is commonly where the price will either retrace or bounce or possibly just hit it as a resistance level. It could be a very well be a resistance right now because it looks like the price is pretty much stopping out right there. So I'd say that's more so realistic resistance level at this point at about 375. So if you're going to consider adding to your position, just be very cautious and careful in the fact that the price could reject at 375. I wouldn't expect another parabolic increase like we saw yesterday or the day before, based on the simple fact that it is just it's not moving, right? It needs to consolidate. It has to relax and calm down. That's why we saw it come all the way down here because that's just a really significant price increase, right? So saw such a huge increase. We're going to probably expect not so much in the moving forward here. So big picture, I would say speculation here. If I were to kind of speculate, we're looking at right around $3 as the next potential target. And then obviously the most major resistance level is 377. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the volume too, just kind of see what the average volume profile is just for the last 24-hour period. We have a pretty strong, again, this kind of reiterates the support level, but you can see that we have the most amount of volume right around 253. So that does tell us that that should work as a continuous support level. So that could hypothetically be the lowest point here for now moving forward. Okay. Now, as far as a higher point, right, we can kind of look at that as well, because obviously there is potential for it to take back off. I mean, we can't discount that just because it's down right now. Doesn't mean it won't come back. Coins like this do have a tendency to just continuing on, right, especially with the type of coin that it is. But we got to be kind of smart about it. So for lack of better terms, we'll just go ahead and kind of predict from right here to where it was at previously. I would say best case scenario. Again, this is a very lofty explanation or anticipation, but I would say $2 and sorry, correction, that's not two. That is $7.98. So almost just say right in the range of about $8 would be a best case scenario if this were to pump again. But keep this in mind. This needs a lot more time to consolidate. We're probably not going to be there for some time, in my personal opinion. And the reason why, and I always give this analogy too, I might have given this in the last one, I apologize, but just imagine if you're like falling down a flight of stairs, right? You're going to get really jacked up. It's not going to feel good. It's going to take weeks to recover. This will likely take weeks to recover. Okay, not to say it won't, but crutches, a wheelchair, the whole 9 yards, it takes a bit to kind of recover from something of that magnitude where you jump up 200% in one day and come back down almost half that original starting point. Okay, but if you just say where you were to kind of slowly fall down, say you fell onto a bed of pillows or you fell down, you tripped over a stair and you fall up the stairs. That's a different story. Still going to hurt, but you're going to walk it off. This can't walk it off for a little while. That's my personal opinion. I don't think it will, but I hope it does. That's just kind of the way it goes. Well, great news is we have a fairly strong support level here, just based on the Fibonacci retracement, the fact that it's kind of rejected out there for a couple of hours now, and also originally it stopped out there about 5 hours in a row, so previous resistance becomes a very strong support level. So it's just something to kind of try to remember. And let's also just take a quick look at the big picture here as well. So just regarding, as far as like support and resistance levels, heaven forbid we do lose this support here. We do got, $1.70 as the next closest one. In fact, if you take Fibonacci and go all the way down to the current price action, that matches almost perfectly with 1.414, which is 157. So that's a very strong support level as a secondary support from where we're at presently. I don't personally think it's going to drop that much lower just based on the momentum, the actual, because when certain coins get to a certain point, there's like this social sentiment that keeps the price higher. It's like it's kind of an anomaly in a lot of ways too, but it's like when Bitcoin starts getting a lot of media attention, then there's a big buzz and everyone's greedy all of a sudden. Everyone wants to buy it because the next person's buying it. That's what's happening with this one. So you got to try to understand that sometimes the technical analysis doesn't always match up with that. We saw the same thing with Shiba Inu and Dogecoin a while back. I mean, I'm not comparing this to that because this definitely has some good fundamentals, but on the same accord, it has that concept to it, right? So just bear that in mind. That's kind of what's going on. It's still kind of in mania mode, and we'll see what'll happen soon. But I'm going to speculate the price is going to kind of hover between 250 and 370 as a rough estimate, and we'll kind of see what happens there. Just bear in mind, if we do lose a support level here of 255, there's not much else really holding in position except for a dollar, like this $10, sorry, this 10-cent range between what, 158 and 168, right in that range. So just be careful. Again, I hope you had taken some profits while you could. I know one of my community members, good job, by the way, he actually took profits really, really close to, like, I think 440 or 450. So really, really smart. Anyways, obviously, hindsight's 20/20. Just be careful. Feel free to join my Patreon community too if you like this content. I share all my trades with my members, and we're all learning and growing together. It's a really awesome trading community. So check that out in your own time. It's available through Patreon. Once more, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one.